Stormbringer. Yes. Stormbringer issue 4 with paint. Your first paint. Well, not my first paint, but still nice. In this issue we'll learn about Skyheld, hidden deep in the hookahs. Oh, red stormcasts. Now that I care about. Actually, having a new type of stormcast is awesome, because, to be honest, every kind of stormcast that is not golden looks great. Rallying the iron things. You'll be painting your stormcast Eternals as gold armored hammers of Sigmar for now. No, I won't, lady. We already painted them as green. Anyway, so I guess this does not have a collect option. Let me actually check. So we already went through Gut Reapers, Stormcast Vindictors, Stormcast names. Yes. Ah, I need my wife, so she would roll a dice for her Vindictors. Alright, she is here. Now I need you to roll me some dice. Roll me 2 dice. First dice will be for the roll column. Second one will be for the roll. So roll a die, first die for a column. 4. And now for the roll. 46. Your Vindictors are gallants. They are gallant knights. Yes. We have finally moved to the paint sections. Now we'll learn how to paint. For this you'll need water, paints, don't bite us, warhammer models, paper towel, citadel, don't bite us, a brush, and the Stormbringer magazine. Also, having a good source of light is great. I agree with that. Right. This is useless. Now the fun part. How to paint. Pull the brush, patch your first coat, second coat. This, and then this. Well, in our case, it will be not like this, but instead, we'll go like this. So we coat them with a green paint first, give a little bit of gold to highlight stuff, and then you get as this result. With a shiny green armor. Yes. For the Orruks, we also start with the same green color that we will highlight later. For now, we have Crowboy's leader, who got a little bit more paint on him, but he haven't earned all his paint yet. He must perform better to earn everything. Yes. Now for the important part. We are going to learn what is rend and damage. In the previous game, that was a draw. Vindictors died, Gut Reapers died, but this time it may go very different. So what is rend? Rend is interesting thing. It's basically an ability or weapon to strike through armor or negate any kind of armor on the enemy. So this is quite easy. As you can see, Gut Reapers has a rend of nothing, whereas Knight Arcanum has a rend of 1. Meaning, if Gut Reapers will be rolling a die, and they will roll a 5, and they save on a 5, or 6, I don't remember, and with rend -1, actual result will be 4. The easy way to actually think about it is to, whenever somebody has rend, just add this much to their save rolls. So, if my Gut Reapers had to roll a 5, I would just add +1 and say, hey, they need to roll a 6, and if the rend will be 2, they won't be able to save themselves at all. Damage. Well, damage is quite easy. Damage is amount of damage you do. In the previous games, we all did 1 damage each, with each of our attack. This time, our different models will have different damage. For example, Killer Boss here will have a damage of 2, meaning if at least 1 save roll will be failed by Vindicators, they will die, because each one of them is 2 damage apiece. So each model has 2 wounds on them. Meaning, it will be quite easy to kill them if I properly attack. An attack sequence. The addition of random damage changed the attack sequence. The first steps are the same, but you'll now also use the random characteristics to modify save rolls, and you'll deal wounds based on the damage characteristics of the weapon, which is quite nice, and finally moving to the meat of the game. So, as we can see, Killer Boss has a random characteristic of -1 and damage of 2. That will allow him to modify save rolls of whatever he is attacking and do 2 damage for each failed save roll. Great! We will not talk about hit rolls, we will not talk about wound rolls, because we have already learned how to do them. Save rolls and rend, well, that's how we learned that. As you can see, in this case, they show you that if you rolled a 3, you might think, ha, I have saved. But no, you didn't. You actually got -1 rend, which put you to the result of 2. However, in proper game of Age of Sigmar, usually when players play, they just say, hey, your save is now 5 up, instead of 3 up if the rent was a -2. In this case, it was your save is 4 up. To be honest, I'm not sure which way is the right way. I don't have core rulebook on me. However, when I've watched people play, that's how they talked about rend damage. In this case, save rolls and rend, it says to subtract from the roll that you rolled. It seems a little bit backward, but maybe that's an actual sequence. So we'll use the way the Stormbringer asks them, but we'll see. To be honest, it's much easier to just subtract the save characteristics, how the guy in a Warhammer shop told me. Well, yes, and with that we can move to Unleashed Fury. The Stormcast Eternals and Cruel Boys prepare for another savage clash. This time they will use their full strength to secure victory, holding nothing back as they attack their foes. So in this battle we continue with 10 Gut Reapers, with a Killer Boss and a Stab Rod of course, versus Knight Arcanum and 5 Vindicators. Great, and it's time to deploy. With battles becoming bigger and bigger, we'll need to decide how to properly shoot this later. However, before we do that, we will deploy. And we see, already my wife has deployed. She's faster than me because I haven't deployed anything. And she deployed her Stormcast. Oh, I call them Greencast, but she calls them...
Sons of Gladius.
See? Sons of Gladius. No idea what that means, but I guess that's great. Anyway, this time I will be deploying 10 Gut Reapers. They haven't earned their paint yet, but at least they got some green skin, which is important. Anyway, 10. That's a lot of Gut Reapers. Sorry, Sneak, you're not going there. You are going there, though, with their leader of Gutrek, who is leading his Backbreakers. If you remember, my guys are called Backbreakers. It's because we're all old, and our back hurts, right? Anyway, that's more than enough to fight one puny Knight Arcanum. I forgot the boss, Killer Boss. He earned a little bit of paint, but he haven't earned his entire paint scheme yet. But as you can see, he's slowly making his way downtown. No, he's actually making his way to becoming a proper Killer Boss. And now the deployment is complete. We need to do movement. Move your models to face one another in the center of the circles. Let's do just that. Let's go, boys! So many of them! Yeah! Get her! Get her! Get her! Get her out of stable! We deployed. We haven't fought yet, actually, so let's properly deploy. Okay, everyone is good. Nice. Now deploying these guys. The Killer Boss will go in and fight Vindicators. This time 5 people. And Sneak will be there to help him and destroy everyone. The battles are looking better and better each time, and I think when they will be painted, it'll be even better. But to battle! And this time we start, yes! Gut Reapers will attack because they didn't like their draw before, so it's time to jab their wicked stickers wildly, like it says here. Right, Gut Reapers hit and wound rolls. Use the Gut Reapers to attack the Knight Arcanum. If you look at the Gut Reapers War Scroll, you will see that they can each make 2 attacks, and meaning that we have 10 Gut Reapers, we'll get 20 attacks. So many dice. I like it. But we have no rend, and hitting only on 4s and 4s with damage of 1. But we do know that Knight Arcanum has 6 wounds, and a save of 3. So we just need to have 6 wounds on our Knight Arcanum to die. Will it be one-ton shot? We'll see. It's time to attack. We have 20 dice here. Can I even pick them all up by one hand? Probably I don't. But that's the reason why we have a new setup here. You see this huge box? Well, you'll see why it exists. Right, now I can use both hands to attack. As you can see, amount of dice is 20, and we're gonna attack. Hitting on 4s and 4s. That's a pretty good roll. We remove all that do not hit. This one, this one, this one, this one. That's a lot of hits. I only missed 5 times. Will Shkilena die in the first turn? We'll see. Right. Now, what is left? Warning you on 4s. Not as good, to be honest. You're removing everything that I did not hit you with, which is... So you need to make 4, 6, 8, 9 safe rolls. No rend. Well, go ahead. Show me what you can do.
9. Yes.
9.
9.
Yes. If you fail 6, you die. 3 up. Did you? No, you failed only. You failed 4.
4.
You failed 4, meaning you take 4 damage.
Oh no.
Take that.
4 damage.
I mean, what can you do? 10 gut reapers is supposed to be reckoned with. Right. Great. I like this stuff. That's amazing. Knight Arcanum attack. The Knight Arcanum charges her staff and delivers a series of deliberate, powerful strikes. So first of all, if you look at the Knight Arcanum's war scroll, you see that she can make 3 attacks with her Valedictor's staff. Make these attacks against the unit of Gut Reapers, and she has a rend of -1. My Gut Reapers has a save of 5 up, meaning my saves will be 6 up. And also she has a unique attack. She has a D3 damage. D3 damage, how we previously learned, is rolling a 6 and then using half of that for a result. Counting up. Well, yeah. That's how we're gonna do this, right? She's going to strike back. So you will need to strike with 3 attacks. Let's go. You're hitting on 3s and 3s. Let's go! Ooh, 1 hit. 1 hit only. Right. Hit again. Well, I guess you do not hit. This time, Gut Reapers are feeling the blood in the water as not allowing her to attack. They distract her with their beautiful faces. It's time for a Killer Boss attack. Killer Boss will attack with Boss Hacker and Stabgrod's Prize Chief. Well, it will be Sneak who will be attacking with that. But Boss Hacker has 4 attacks and hitting on 3 is 3. Rand of -1 and damage 2. Now that is scary. So 4 attacks. Let's do this. Let's pick up 4 dice. And roll 4 attacks. Okay, that counts. That's 1 attack done. That's only 1 miss. So let's roll more. Great. 2 hits and 2 wounds. Meaning each wound will give you 2... No, actually, each successful attack will give you 2 wounds. You'll need to protect. And you do not protect! I think 2 Vindictors die. Because if we look at the Vindictors, their wounds 2. But they're saving 3. She rolled that 3, but it will not count. Because my boss has a rend of -1. So, I think 2 Vindictors die. You need to choose who will die and who will stay. Goodbye. 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 Don't forget, that was only the attack of the boss. Now it's time for Sneak to attack. Sneak has 3 attacks and hitting on 4s and 4s. Ha! 2 hits. Ha! 1 attack, no rend, meaning you're saving on 3 up. You don't want to save, you take 1 wound as well. My guys are really determined to win this battle. How do you feel about this?
I feel very bad. Sad.
That's sad. No worries. Nobody's sad in this game because it's fun. At least for me. Now it's time for Vindictors to attack. Vindictors have 2 attacks each. 3 to hit, 3 to wound, run 1, damage 1. So, show me what you can do. You have only 3 Vindictus left. 6 attacks with 3s and 3s. Please attack me. 3s and 3s. Okay, you missed only 1. And now to wound, also 3s. Ooh, pretty good. 4 hits are made. I believed in you as a husband. I hated your role as an orc. Anyway, I have a save of 3, but because I have a rand of -1, my save becomes 4. So 4 it is. This dice are for attack. The defense dice will be the green dice. The more green dice, you know, the lighter ones. 4 attacks, 4 up. Easy peasy. Sure, whatever. I'll take 4 wounds. We are equal now, because your Kalina is also on 4 wounds out of 6. Very nice. Oh, and we have ended everything, because now we'll be moving to turn 1, where Crow Boys will make their attacks. And now, because we'll be making mostly attacks, I will put on the screen the characteristics of every bloody unit, so everyone knows what we're using, and we'll be attacking, instead of me running around like a headless chicken. With this, our entire field can be seen, and now we'll be doing all the attacks. So, let's begin. We start with Crow Boys, and because you guys have everything in top of you, on top, in front of you, in front of you, to see what are their stats, it will be easier to follow. We're starting with Gut Reapers. Gut Reapers will roll. Because I have still 10 boys, I'll be rolling 20 dice. Oh, not so many. Yes. God, what is going on? So, let's go. 4s and 4s. Terrible. Actually, terrible. My first roll was much better. 3, 3, 2, 1. It's actually not a lot of hits, and I now need to wound. Okay, they became too complacent. They became too sure of their victory. And they failed. Real hard. Only 3 hits, no rend. You need to save. Your saves are 3 up. I mean, how hard can it be, right?
Right.
Right.
Right. Right, of course.
I think she dies.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye.
Bye.
Well, let's see what happens next. If the Knight Arcanum is still alive, go to 3. If the Knight Arcanum has been slain, go to 5. Killer boss attack. We skip her Knight Arcanum because my watch is like, ah, yes, we kill her! And it worked out well. Well, we only have those to fight now with. And with that, we'll start fighting. So everyone can also see what we're fighting with. Like this. Yes, this will work out greatly. You will still see the stats of Killer Boss and Vindictus, because that's everyone who will be fighting. We're starting with Killer Boss. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s with a rend of -1. 4 attacks. Oh, let's go. That's pretty good. That's all hit. Now, let me roll 1 more. Well, only 1 miss, but you have to save 3. With a save roll of 4s. You say 1, but that means 2 are dead. Please choose the ones who will die.
Once?
No, ones, yeah, they're both. You have to, because 4 damage. Goodbye. Oh, actually, you had 1 damage on you. So what happens in Age of Sigmar if somebody has an additional damage? Yes, it transfers over. So because to kill this stormcast that had 1 damage, you had to make 1 damage, but I made 4 damage total. In Age of Sigmar, the damage spills over. So here he took 1 damage, then another stormcast took 2 damage, and 1 damage was left on her. But it's not yet done, because Sneak will attack. To be honest, I thought we will be using our setup for a longer time, but this game took us much shorter amount of time than before. It's very weird that you lost so fast. Or maybe I just rolled well. Yesterday I was rolling only once. Anyway, it's time to attack with the Sneak. So 3 attacks. Bonk. Here's hitting on 4s and wounding on 4s. Only 1 wound, no rend. But if she misses, she's dead. Are you laughing or crying, or both? Are you crying and laughing right now?
Yes.
That's unfortunate. I mean, that happens. That's will of the dice. And sometimes dice will say, Orruks win, yes! Yes, we win, Crowboys victory, yes! Yes! Through guarding, strength, and weight of numbers, the Crowboys can turn the tables on the stormcast. Anyway, we won. But that doesn't mean the battle was over. Because stormcasts are immortal. They'll be reforged. Will come back stronger. And will probably kill Orruks, right?
Right.
So, even though the battle has been won, the war is not yet over. Are you going to win the war?
Of course.
Okay. And next time, a deadly choice.